What we see here is a Hunter / Robinson Myers original from 1983. It has Reverse-Aire irons. It is a 2-speed model. And as you can see, it has a low-profile light attached to it. And I mean 80s era low-profile light. Here's the tag. You can just make out the date there. March 1983. Now, you know this is an old low-profile light. You know it's an old low-profile light because the fan pull chain is actually integrated into it. Okay, and you're probably wondering, oh wait, how is that possible? Yeah, it's actually in the light kit, and as you can see there, there is a brass plug in the hole where the pull chain ordinarily would have been. Interesting, right? Yeah. Definitely interesting. Yeah. So. We're going to see how this thing performs. I mean, it's an original, so you kind of already have an idea, but we're going to test it anyway. Starting on low. Now, one of the Reverse-Aire irons is actually slightly out of clock. So it's a little bent. Still functional, just a little off. Now, you can kind of tell it has very, very little wobble. How could that possibly be? Simple. The blade weights are mismatched. One or more of the blades has a different weight than the others. Somehow, the mismatched blade weight and the out-of-clock blade iron has led to them canceling each other out, which I find to be very interesting. Anyway, let's go to high. Now it has a double off because the pull chain was replaced at some point. And according to a date stamp on the pull chain, that was 1992. Now, kind of sort of tell, there is no wobble. No wobble. It runs very smoothly. One of the blades is slightly starting to split at the blade iron, so a little glue is probably needed at some point, but right now, I think it's doing okay. Letting it coast down. Now this fan is, according to the model number 22272, this is a brown fan. This is one of those cases where the bottom plate was actually purchased separately aftermarket. So they decided, oh, we want a brass plate on this fan. So they bought a brass plate and put it on. That's also why the blade irons are brown. So, yeah. Now, I said this fan had reverse-aire irons. Right. And it has reverse-aire irons. The blade irons are actually, the blades are actually mechanically reversible, because when the reverse-aire system was made in the early 80s, the motors were still, non-reversible electrically. So they had to do the mechanical approach. So, how do you do it? Simple. You push the iron in. Come on. There we go. Doing this one hand is not the easiest to do, but our smartest idea, but whatever. Yeah. You push it in and twist. And each blade, do it individually. One at a time. And one quirk with the reverse-aire irons is that the reverse pitch is actually steeper than the downdraft pitch. The downdraft pitch is 15 degrees per every other original, but the updraft pitch like this, I want to say it's something like 17 degrees. It is noticeably steeper than the other. So, now that the fan has been mechanically reversed, we're going to do it again. We're going to test it again. On low, to start. So the motor runs counterclockwise only, but now the blades are clockwise pitched. Which pretty much means now it's blowing up. And because of the higher pitch, it runs slightly slower than it would normally. And now, going to high. And again, no wobble. The blades are transmitting vibrations and such, which is kind of typical. No rubber isolation or anything. Now usually by this era, by this time period, 1983 and 84, around that time, they started using these rubber isolation rings to stop this problem. This one doesn't have the ring. And there you have it, a Hunter / R&M original with Reverse-Aire irons. This fan is currently for sale. If you're coming to Fanimation, I will have it there. So, have fun.